Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Grow Clip Bonsai for Seniors. This is my water sprite that I put in the other tank, and you can see it's growing like crazy, so that's pretty good. Here's the one I pruned, and that's starting to come up alive and starting to grow again. Well, a lot of snails in the shrimp tank. But I wanted to show you, this is the light that I only get in the basement. This is around 3:45 p.m. It's a snow today and it's cloudy all day, but this is what we got. So I'm going to put the light on so you can see what's waking up. You can see how my, let's see if I can get it better. My night blooming jasmine's starting to grow. My jade's still hanging in there strong. My hibiscus is growing. There's my bougainvillea. But I wanted to show you, let's see, my silk oak, it's going good. But right now what's waking up is my Premna microphylla from when we pruned it. I don't know if you can see the buds on it, but it's starting to grow. The eucalyptus is still hanging in there, so that didn't die yet. Here's my other boog. It's starting to come up. There's the Three Sisters bougainvillea. I don't know if you can see it, but that's, I gave them the name of Ruth, Sharon, and Karen. There's my snowbush. We'll have to do a little bit of pruning on it. It's taken off pretty good. I wanted to show you this guy. This is my tamarind, my tamarix. And it's growing real nice. You can see how strong it's growing. But I wanted to show you what's waking up. And yes, this one that we pruned is still, that we stuck, it's still got the flowers under the leaves growing. So that's pretty good. Well, I forgot the name. I forgot to put the tag on. I have to put a tag on there later. But you can see how my Vitex are. It's just on a piece of wood. And they're starting to wake up. Look at that. But the low light, if I had to turn the light off, you wouldn't have seen them. But that's all the light they're getting. And here's the other Vitex. And that's in the regular bucket, steel bucket. That's growing. Starting to wake up. But Pokemoke, I don't see nothing yet, but she's still asleep. And my, let's see, my winter sweet is starting to wake up also. There you go. A little goofy on the camera here, but everything else, I got to get some more light for the geraniums, so they're reaching towards the sun. But everything else is growing pretty good, and this is the olive from Ted's greenhouse. That's growing. Still hanging in there. And there's my prickly pear cactus, hanging in there real good. And here are my cuttings from outside that I brought in, and this one's starting to grow. I don't know if it rooted. But usually when they have a sign of growth, that means they're rooting, but one can never tell. Then they were asking about my poinsettias. So here's the poinsettias. Still nice and red. Hardly any leaves, but they'll be good for good pruning later. And yes, this is my medjool date palm. It's coming up real nice. There's my flame tree. Still got some growth on it, so that's good. And let's see, there was one more I wanted to show you if I can find it. I don't know where it's at. But there's my pineapple. It's still growing. I lost it. There's my geraniums, my Vancouver geranium. They lose their color with the low light. But that's alright, they'll perk up. Oh yeah, here's my sacred fig. It's starting to grow also, from when we pruned it, so that's good. Goldfish plant still hanging in there. And there's Pinkie Pie with her geranium in there. That's starting to grow. There's a Chanel, so it's still hanging in there. Here's my other poinsettias down on the bottom. So they're still doing good. Out of that whole bunch, only about 4 pots really survived. But that's alright. And these are my outdoor trees, my thimble, my 2 little pots, my my squirt pot, and my other thimble. Now whether they're going to grow or not, I don't know, but I got them overwintering and it's on a cold windowsill. So you know that they're simulating the cold weather, so we'll see in spring if any of them survived. But other than that, there's my angel trumpet, which we're going to have to repot. So other than that, Kevin wanted to say hello. There's Kevin hiding in the trees there. Hey Kevin, he loves exploring all over the place here. So, oh yes, and my other water sprite, that's the one I wanted to show you. Ah, the basement's a mess, but what are you gonna do? See, with the plecos, this water sprite can never take off. Every time it starts to grow, the plecos knock it off, the branches, so we'll see what happens, but the Amazon swords are still hanging in there. But with the snails and the plecos all over them, they're slow but sure getting going there. So there's my platies and one female sword. But other than that, there's my mollies. They're all doing good. And in the molly tank without plecos, look how nice the Amazon swords are taking off. And this one with all the snails in here, my little guppy tank. So I'm going to have to really try to get rid of a lot of them snails out of here. And this plant, I don't know what it is, but it grows like crazy. Well, it looks good. And here's the water sprites that I took after the peat moss settled, so it's still good. And there's the other one. So I found a clay pot, I'll have to put another one in there. I don't see the shrimp in there. I think there's one shrimp living in there, maybe two. I'll have to look. But that's about it. And there's my koi statues. And here's my other tank with the... Let's see, when the plecos in there and everything, they eat up a lot of the leaves on the Amazon sword. But what are you going to do? So, have a good Sunday. Enjoy Sunday with the family. And remember, shut that phone off after 6 o'clock. Because it's Sunday. It's time to be with the family. Take care, everybody, and have a great day.